Africa's time is now. Her commercial pulse is quickening. 6 out of 10 of the world's fastest-growing economies are to be found here. Africa is on the move. Africa has learned the lessons of her hard-earned progress. Growth has to be sustainable. And it all comes down to 2 words: global trade. Income must be generated from the export of Africa's abundant natural resources to pay for the import of goods that will make possible the rapid expansion of her middle class.
My name is Janet Owinote. I live in Ajekojo, near Shaman, Ghana. I've been married. I have 3 kids. We hear on TVs and radios each day the developments in the other parts of the world, and the changes around the world is also going on in Ghana. Life has actually changed in the past 10 years. I work in the transport industry in Ghana, and I know people are putting in great effort to improve the infrastructure facilities in Ghana. Therefore, I anticipate that the future is going to be better than what we see today. It's easy to find things that you need in your daily life in the market, and you can depend on grabbing them anytime you need them without any shortages because they are available. That means life is easy. You don't need to stress when you need one thing or the other. You know where to get them and you go for them. And they are affordable for you to be able to buy. And therefore, life is changing. And so my children will not be as I was 10 years back, but they will be better children because they will have access to much more development in their life. So I want a better life for my children than when I was younger.
All over Africa, large investments are being made to improve the ports and to make sure that goods can flow more easily in and out of the countries. Let us meet Mohammed Fuani, the largest importer in Nigeria, to hear his views on how business in Africa is changing.
People had difficulties to plan their business circle because nobody had a clear idea or even a proper timing for when the containers are going to enter to the ports, because vessels used to queue for 1 week, 10 days, sometimes above a month. Nowadays, things are getting far better, more organized. At least we can say like we have saved a minimum of 20 days in our forecast and planning. So we have to invest less or to pay less interest, if I may say. We can plan better now.
My name is Yawejari Danko. I'm the General Manager for Metallist Group. And we are the largest roofing company in Ghana. And we basically provide all the roofing building materials that is used locally. 10 years ago, Ghana was a very crawling economy. Return on investments was very slow. The people weren't willing to spend. But now when you come, people actually spend on good quality stuff. It's attracting a lot of investors into the economy, which means there's a lot of demand in product. There's more exports and imports coming in like on a very regular basis. That means more business. That means we must try and cater for that need that the people are looking for. We cannot bring in the inferior stuff that we used to bring in back in the days. For us, it's about reliability. The very important thing is to make sure that you're able to get your products in the country, process and get them to your customers outside of the country really on time.
The busy ports of Africa are already strained, and the volume of trade is doubling every 10 years. To facilitate trade, things need to happen fast. Progress waits for no one. New, highly efficient harbors are being built, but this takes time. So what do you do if you don't have access to an efficient harbor? You bring your own. A brand new type of vessel has arrived in Africa. Vessels specifically designed for the needs and the ports of Africa. The most advanced vessels yet to sail the African waters have arrived, and right on time. They are the largest vessels calling these ports and deliver almost twice as many containers. In addition, they bring their own highly efficient cranes for loading and unloading containers at a high speed. It is also the most environmentally friendly vessels sailing these routes. And the name is WAFMAX, West African Maersk. Trade is the lifeblood of nations and what keeps the African pulse beating. 90% of African trade is by sea, and every 10 years, the volume doubles. Africa's ports are the gateways between continents, and trade must be facilitated to keep the wheels turning. Trade is what keeps Africa on the move.